It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for None of Us Got Punished. Woohoo! Um,
Right. Poor Ella. Jesus.
well, none of us that are here got punished.
Right. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get into that in a minute.
Yes.
Greg Cherry, Jeff Meacham, and the ghost of Matty Law is appearing.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Maddie the Avatar Man. Although there's not an actual avatar there, it's just Maddie. It's just white circle Maddie. It sounds bad out of context. Anyway.
so WrestleMania predictions. There's Matty. WrestleMania predictions went pretty well for him and for Jeff, and I almost lost.
Yes.
But unfortunately for Ella, she did lose. And
Yeah.
if you follow the Greg Cherry brand Twitter accounts, X account, whatever the hell it is,
Twix, my God.
then you will see that she had to suffer the wrath of the shaving cream hat. And while she is not with us live tonight, because she actually had an interview that she had to take care of, she did provide us with video footage of said punishment. So enjoy the next couple minutes, because Ella's a great sports. We appreciate her. So here it is.
Well, at WrestleMania, Paul Heyman screwed Roman Reigns. He screwed CM Punk. And he screwed me because I, by 1 point, have unfortunately lost the Greg Cherry Show predictions for WrestleMania. By 1 point, I lost, and that was the difference maker. So I guess you could say the odds were not in my favor in Las Vegas, and as a result, I must now put shaving cream and a hat on my head. I just want to say, though, Bianca Belair, my girl, you also let me down because I was betting on Bianca Belair's winning streak at WrestleMania 41. She was undefeated on the main show. I thought, how could I not bet on her? How could things go wrong? Fortunately, I was wrong. And again, that was another difference maker. So here we are. So let's get to it. I just want to say, though, I am going to rock this shaving cream hat. And I'm also prepared for this to get everywhere. So if anything gets messed up, Greg, just know I'll be invoicing you for damages. So without further ado, let's get to this. However this works. I don't have like a foamy one, unfortunately. I just have a gel. So nevertheless, I'm just basically filling my hat right now with it. As you guys can tell. So we'll see how this goes. And I just want to say, like, this is a lot. Looks like pink string cheese. But we'll see. Here's the look at it as I'm about to put this on my head. I had to wear pink, a pink wrestling gal shirt to at least maybe it'll match my hair. Maybe it'll match the pink that's about to come on my head. So here we go. Here we go. Isn't it a great look? Now, taking this off is going to be a whole other thing. But yes, this is my punishment. Perhaps I should take this as a sign that I should not bet in Vegas because, again, the odds didn't do me so well. Maybe this is a sign I should not go gambling in Las Vegas, period. Oh yeah, there we go. Greg, Maddie, Jeff, I hope you're happy because this is the result of this. Can't promise I'll be coming back. Just kidding. This actually has been pretty fun. You know, even though I'm a loser, I do have to say I did enjoy WrestleMania 41. Even though I lost and I got screwed alongside Roman Reigns and CM Punk. It is what it is. So I hope you guys are happy. I'm sorry I cannot be there, but here I am fulfilling my duties of a loser. I feel like it's soaked in enough that now since I can't be there for the whole show, we should probably reveal what my hair looks like. Yeah, great look for me. Great look. Tune into the Greg Cherry show, where I may or may not be coming back. Just kidding. I'll be back. This was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Ella. I mean,
That's
it's very
rough.
much appreciated that she, went along with everything with the punishment.
Right?
And I mean, there were worse punishments on there, if we're being
Oh,
honest.
by a lot. Yeah, no doubt about that. But we talked about it. You put the post up, like night one did her in. Like you just happened to make a decent comeback the second night. Otherwise, you'd have been screwed too. So
I almost screwed myself completely with the switching from Seth to CM Punk. If I was stuck with, I mean, I didn't lose anyway, but like if I was stuck with Seth instead of going to CM Punk at the last second, then I don't think night two would have mattered at all.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, it's just they didn't call me the West Coast Professor for nothing on XMV. I wasn't the champion so many times before you decided to ruin my life in the trivia front. It is what it is, guys. Like it's Maddie, of course, was the dominant power on as far as our little quartet. But I thought Mania was just fun this year. So that was the important thing, I think, for us.
To be fair, if I would have lost the predictions, I might have thrown a challenge flag on the thing because Maddie pulled up the betting odds. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It is a little sketch that you took first place. Not gonna lie.
Hey, I took a lot of the underdogs. You guys saw I took a lot of the underdogs.
He did.
I'm just surprised that there was so many underdogs, and I went against what Ella said with last year having every title but one changing. That happened this year as well.
Yeah.
Well, two titles. Like neither of the women's singles championships changed hands.
That's right.
Because Tiffany retained and Mia retained.
And I feel that was the right call on both fronts. Like I've never been happier to be wrong.
Yeah. I knew Rhea wasn't going to win.
Right.
I'm a little shocked that Bianca took the fall. But
I'm incredibly surprised that Bianca took the fall.
Yeah, that part surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was interesting. Charlotte losing again. I don't remember how I predicted it, but I'm not surprised. Like it's seeming like creative wants us to see her get humbled. That we will maybe back off of her. I don't know.
I was about to be like, "Hey, Greg, are you happy to see Charlotte do the job, even though she sandbagged at the end?"
Oh my God! Right?
Listen, I said it in our group chat. I'm going to put it out here in the universe. Maddie has said for a long time that he hates Sasha's or Mercedes finisher.
Yeah.
The natural selection hasn't looked good since NXT. Okay.
No.
Because at least when she used to do it in NXT, it was kind of like a cutter, so it at least made sense. Now it just looks like
she doesn't even make
upper back
now.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good.
It's like she's trying to do Buff's Blockbuster, but doing it somehow worse than Buff in 1998 with a broken neck. Like she looks worse than that. Like it's awful. It's awful.
I don't get it.
Yeah, and I do only because maybe she's trying not to do the figure eight so much because her knee was completely destroyed in that injury. Like she took a year and something off because every part of her knee that could be affected was affected.
So. And like the natural selection that she did on Saturday. I don't want to put this comparison out there because it's a mean comparison.
Yeah.
It looked Trish Stratus, Jackie Gata bad.
No, it did. It very much did. Give me 1 second. I got it.
Here's the thing. It wasn't that bad.
Go Kings.
There you go.
Sorry.
It didn't actually look Trish and Jackie bad, but it gave me thoughts of that. Like obviously Tiffany Stratton's a much better worker than Jackie Gata.
Those two have no business earning that kind of comparison from any fan. The fact that it's being brought up, it's just it was that. And again, people kind of crapped on a lot of stuff the other night that didn't deserve to be crapped on. I actually don't think it was a bad match overall.
It wasn't. It was not a bad match.
The execution of the finish was rough.
I didn't expect, like, the match itself, I did not expect to be bad. And it wasn't. Right. It was not a bad match. It was a decent match.
Yeah.
Not the best women's match on the card because the triple threat blew it out of the damn water.
Oh, my Lord.
And I think that might have been the match of the weekend. But both triple threats, really. Like,
I was going to say, both triple threats were the show stealers. Yeah. The
main event of night one, and then, the opening match of night two. And even the fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title, that was fun, too. Like, the multi-person match.
That was such a fun match.
People were complaining about, there's so many multi-person matches. They were the most fun on the card. So shut up.
Well, but when you think about WrestleMania history, WrestleMania 2000 was the most multi-person match card in the history of the world. And that WrestleMania, let me check your kids real quick, sucked a dick. So it's awful. And I was there for that. It was awful. So
there wasn't one singles match on that card, if I'm not mistaken, right?
There was a
there was a cat fight between
Terry and the cat, which should had no place on the card whatsoever.
With Al Venus pulling the Greg Cherry wear the towel as the referee gimmick. Because why not?
Okay. WrestleMania 2000 is kind of a guilty pleasure WrestleMania for me.
100%.
Because, like, obviously you had the triangle ladder match.
It's a solid as hell.
People give the fatal four-way way more.
Like Godfather out.
Yeah, okay. I keep singing the Godfather.
We don't talk about that because JJ hammers that home every time that shit comes up. It's off the network. It's so bad. Like you cannot watch it unless you have the DVD or VHS WrestleMania 2000. Like it does not exist.
Pimpin' easy, man.
Neither is rapping, man. When you're at WrestleMania, man.
Wow. So
I said it. I mean it too.
Now, granted, at WrestleMania 2000, there were a couple matches that were like, "Does this really need to happen at WrestleMania?" I'm thinking the TNA versus Black Women's No match.
Hey, Trish's WrestleMania debut, and she was wearing what she was wearing. I'm here for. I don't care.
Listen, obviously, Trish Stratus was the highlight of the match, but other than that,
Chester McCheeserton was a solid part of that stuff. You did not disparage the great name of Chester McCheeserton. I can't even say his name right. It's so bad.
Yeah.
But you're right. Triangle ladder match for the tag titles. Another triple threat. The two-fall triple threat was good.
That was. I mean, it was Benoit, Jericho, and Angle. It had to be good.
Yes. And you were saying before we were going on a tangent that the Fatal 4-Way gets more crap than it deserves, and I agree with that.
Yeah, it's not a bad main event. It's just kind of a disappointing main event because you expect The Rock to win at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean that was the first time a heel had ended WrestleMania with a win, and people. Remember, it wasn't the reign of terror Triple H. It was only 2000 at that point, but Vince turning heel again, and nobody in my section seemed to know it but me. Because I was sitting up, in the Bob Uecker section up there, but I thought it was he had The Rock.
Yeah.
And people were like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, dude, The Rock is slightly tanner than Triple H. Can we focus? Can we focus, please? Thanks.
Did they get it the second time when he did?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's for the second time, Triple H like dove out of the way pretty much. So it's like, like here and then Stephanie's outfit that night was also solid. So, it was a good night for the women's attire at WrestleMania 2000, but the card was what it was.
But WrestleMania 41, a lot of people have said it was a trash WrestleMania. They thought the main event night 2 ending was weak, which
hard to argue.
Was a little anticlimactic. Like,
I think people crap on it because the freaking Travis Scott run-in was a Travis Scott snail crawl-in is what happened. So
by the time he gets to the ring, it'll be WrestleMania 68.
Yeah. It's like even the Iron Sheik's up there going, God damn, dude! Like, what?
Yeah.
I enjoyed
him giving his speech is complaining. I'm sorry.
I enjoyed both nights in their own right. However, I did feel like I saw someone post on Twitter, the red pill, blue pill. Would you rather have a Mania with a bad card but a really good main event, or a really good card with a main event that drags everything down? And we got both of those in back-to-back nights.
Right. I give credit to, I forget which podcast I was listening to, so I don't remember. So if I'm not crediting you, I'm sorry. I probably credited you 4 times otherwise, so whatever. You make that a seven. You make that a one night card and take the best of what we got, and that's one of the best WrestleManias of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And 39 and 40 were better. I'm not even going to try to argue that. I was at 39. There's bias there, but I think the consensus is 39 and 40 were better than 41. But
so it's very funny that Brian Doyle just sent a super chat. Very much appreciated.
As a reminder, Streamlabs.
Streamlabs works, but listen.
Money's money.
How great is it that Joe Hendry, the TNA champion, got to wrestle Randy Orton at WrestleMania? I'll tell you what. I was literally about to bring Joe Hendry up, and I saw the super chat come in. Thank you very much, Brian.
Beautiful.
Obviously.
That's right. Money props good.
Everybody's saying that he was buried doesn't know wrestling.
No. That was a moment.
It was. And WrestleMania is about creating WrestleMania moments. If you expected Orton and Joe Hendry to have like a 25-minute classic with zero build, sorry about your damn luck. I mean, it's not going to happen. Like, you're not going to get it.
You're not watching the right product.
Yeah. Well, it's different because
I love that TNA reference, Greg.
It's different because, like, obviously with Seth, with Cody returning, you had that thing because Cody was going over, so you needed like a solid match in there. But for Joe Hendry, it was a moment. He got his entrance at WrestleMania. He had a whole bunch of people in the crowd waving their hands, believing in Joe Hendry, and and it was a cool moment.
It was a cool moment, and you know what? Good for Joe Hendry to have a solid, unbelievable moment on a Sunday night in April. Because this Sunday night in April, he's losing his title to Frankie Kazarian. So, good on Joe for having a Mania moment. Because Sunday, it's over. It's over.
But you logistically look at this. Joe Hendry, TNA World Champion, the first TNA World Champion ever to pop up on WWE WrestleMania in any aspect.
Oh, yeah.
You have him pop up in Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania match.
Yep.
That is a RKO that we are going to see in his Hall of Fame package. That's an RKO that we're going to see potentially forever.
Yes.
Like,
it was one of the best RKOs out of nowhere because Joe hit that pose that only Hendry can do. It was like he did the thing, and Randy did the thing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, me and Devin popped because we're like, he got the taunt in, and then we got RKO, and we're like, what did you expect, Joe? What did you expect?
And hey, you talk about being a legend killer after 20-something years. Randy RKO, the TNA World Champion and the WWE Champion back-to-back nights out of nowhere. Let's give Randy some flowers for that, man. He hit both world champions back-to-back nights, dude.
That's very true.
Joe Hendry, I talked about it on my show earlier today with Suge and everyone. But they said that with that moment, Joe Hendry is a made man. He is a made man in professional wrestling now.
Well, he's a made man. He's a world champion for about 4 more days. So it's okay. I'm going to be a total prick about this today, by the way. So you guys are not. I'm going to be an asshole about this. I'm going to be Frankie Kazarian today for a show that's going up Sunday. So I'm going to be a total Frankie Mark and just piss on Joe Hendry and Ethan Page for the rest of this day. Just so you guys know what it is.
Geez, where's Canary when you need her?
Oh God, dude, I have been completely like not upset. Like she vehemently hates Joe Hendry, and I understand that a lot of people do. And normally I'm not like in that club, but I need my boy to be the world champion. Like I need that for Frank. I need that. So I need it.
Let's also point out that this is How many times has Kazarian actually challenged for the world title?
It's few and far between. It really is. And that's a damn shame because this guy has been to WWE, chose to leave, and went back to TNA. Was an AEW original, got wind of the bullshit long before a lot of people did, and went back to TNA. And now we've got, him. I'm going to go ahead and pull Asset Boy here, Greg. So just give me a second as I scroll here. And now we've got him in the main event on Sunday. And not only is he in the main event, but Greg knows in part because the last time this happened was over 20 years ago. I will be at Rebellion on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to go. Yeah. And not only that, I found out because the Nemeth brothers are challenging the Hardys for the tag titles. Jenna from Paradise Kitty, her and Nick are buds, and her man are going to see Nick and Ryan challenge the Hardys. I mentioned that to her. She goes, "Oh my God, the rest of the Hardys?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "What year is this?" I said, "Exactly."
I mean,
I'm hijacking WrestleMania as part of the show, Greg. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. Brian Doyle says, I kind of want Joe to win the NXT championship and retain the TNA title and declare himself the NXT champion.
Brian Doyle,
kind of a callback to Jordan Grace, isn't it? A little bit?
A little bit.
When she was challenging Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship as the TNA Knockouts champion.
If it was any other challenger for Joe on Sunday, I'd be right there. Hell, if it was just Ethan Page, I'd be like, absolutely, let's do that. But no, Brian Doyle. That's bad, Brian Doyle. You wait till after Sunday and start talking like that. Nope.
Hey, Brian says a super chat. Let's not discount Brian.
I am not discounting Brian. He paid full price. But that was a dick stab. Sorry. I apologize for that there. No, man. I am just so, like I said, I've been to a TNA show in over 20 years. I'm so happy they're out here. They're going to be at USC, which is, it's pretty cool from a. Yeah. So I know. Hey, you know what? I'm not going near the stadium. Don't worry. I'm not going near where they play football. So no. I won't be there. I'll be at where USC basketball plays. And I saw a view from my seat from the section I'm going to be sitting in, and center court's like right there. So the ring's going to be right there. I'm here for it.
This is very true. Brian Doyle is the reason we got the Joe Hendrick cameo on the 200th show.
Okay, then the Joe Hendrick praise is a little bit more valid, so I'll be nice. I'll back off. I'll be okay. After Sunday,
which is greatly appreciated. Hey, listen, I would love to have Frankie Kazarian on a future Greg Sherritt brand show. Whether it's
I am going to pitch the hell out of him being on Joe. Like he needs to be part of that because if we can have Maven, who is a indie darling standouts and making a huge comeback, Frankie Kazarian is the king of TNA. Needs to try to be the king of Joe and try to undo Sat because somebody has to, right?
Cass.
Oh, it's Cass. Oh, even better. Cass. Yeah. Frankie definitely needs to be Cass. Yeah, I love Cass, but no, Frankie all the way.
I feel like no diss to Maven. It's probably not.
No.
Maven self admits that his wrestling knowledge as far as remembering stuff is not the best.
Frankie though,
Frankie though,
Training of Kowalski, student of the game, dude. So Aaron and I get a kick out of this every time. I know we're totally turning the show into something completely what it was not supposed to be, and I apologize again. The first time I ever remember even hearing about the last name Rift, there was the Millennium Pro Wrestling's debut show out here in 2000. The main event was Christopher Daniels versus Adam Pearce versus Frankie Kazarian.
Nice.
So, and the show was commentated and produced by Zoogs Rift. So we go back with Frankie Titi did up here.
Just a tad.
Just a smidge, multiple time guest on the old shows back in the day, man. Well, that's when we were haunting PWG, to be fair. So Frankie was always there. But yeah, I'm stoked for this. I'm personally happy with the WrestleMania. I know people are crapping on WrestleMania. I'm happy with the way the show turned out. I really am.
I thought it was fine. I think 39 and 40 were way better than it overall.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Definitely not worst Mania ever category.
No. And people are trying to say, "Oh, it's the worst Mania ever. It's the worst finished a WrestleMania ever.
Are they forgetting 27?
Yeah, 27 was not great. 11 was not great. 9 was
27 was okay. 27 was okay only because the Miz still retained and Rock and Cena got involved. There was a documentary released this month about how bad 9 was. Okay, so let's just cement it in history.
When I have the time, I want to check that out.
It's good. It's like even the WWE finally owns how sideways Hogan made that show go. Like WWE themselves acknowledged it. It's like, wow, okay, we're just gonna leave the wound open for everybody. Cool.
This is fair.
32 was awful.
Oh, 32 was awful. 32 is up there. 32 is up there for one of the. I've never seen my brother fall asleep during a WrestleMania. That was the one.
Exactly.
See, the only things about 32 that I remember with like a good memory are Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental title, Shawn Michaels coming out in his gear for the first time in 6 years. I know you lost a bet, Jeff. I know you lost a bet with Rift for the Zack Ryder winning.
No, Rift did not. No, Rift lost a bet, and I sided with him like an idiot.
Oh, okay. But
costing was up to my hair.
And also Undertaker.
And Shawn, yes.
Yeah, Shawn is gear. Undertaker, Shane. Like Shane's first match in the WWE in many years.
Many years.
You know what I remember? Yeah. You know what I remember more about WrestleMania 32? How damn good the takeover was the night before.
Right. Yeah. Takeover
is still one of the best.
So good. Yeah. Did you guys see WWE's using the name Takeover for a show again this year?
They are.
It was announced during the WrestleMania weekend or Raw, one of the other shenanigans. Not our show shenanigans, the actual WWE produced shenanigans. I forget what it was. Yeah, it's WWE Takeover. I want to say I forget what week. It's definitely not the June 7th weekend because that's Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide. Yeah. Which looks like I'm going to those too. Thank you, dude. LA is getting spoiled this year. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, you guys are getting blessed with good wrestling. That whole West Coast is getting some damn good wrestling this whole year.
I mean, San Diego's getting Survivor Series. So
yes.
The only time the Padres will see a championship in their stadium.
Yeah, that's the joke I made about the Browns for SummerSlam.
You know what though? As far as the city goes, Chris Jericho was crowned the undisputed champion in San Diego. It wasn't the same place because that's at the San Diego Sports Arena / Valley View Casino / why is this place still open shithole? The Padres Stadium, Pierce himself is stoked about that because he auditioned to be their PA announcer back many moons ago. So Adam himself was like, all right, dude, let's do this. That's awesome. No War Games logo though. So curious.
I noticed that
later. Curious.
Maybe they're actually bringing back traditional Survivor Series, which I've missed. Like having the War Games match was nice, but it's like
But they were starting to overstay their welcome. You have to admit.
Yep.
It was starting to get like WCW in like the late '90s, like when they did the 3-team match that ended in pinfall. It was the weirdest thing.
Well,
I don't want to say War Games is luster, but
having 2 a year is rough on it. First of all, having 2 in the same night every year is rough on it. Also, and it's not War Games because it's not submit surrender with a roof on the cage, so it's not really War Games. And plus, I'm thinking because the stadium set up trying to.
Jeff is a War Games purist, okay?
No. Every time I talk about War Games with Cap, I get it's good, but it's not the original.
It's not. Dude, somewhere in that wrestling paradise, because we all know Death Day went to paradise, he is spinning in a circle of November going, get my shit up, man. This is bullshit. I have to deal with this nonsense. Because it ain't War Games.
I mean, Blood and Guts, like in AEW, has more of the War Games feel. With granted, they still go on top of the damn cage, but
if
they would do Blood and Guts again, when was the last time they did one?
Last year.
Did they?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, that was the one where they were gonna light Jack Perry on fire.
Oh,
You're
Christ,
right.
that's
You're
right.
right. You're right.
I remember now, and I remember why I
Why
didn't
don't-
remember now.
No. That one had Okada in it. How can I not remember? Oh, no, that's right. Because like 2 members of the Elites team walked out on them.
Yeah, and you didn't remember because you purposely blocked it out because of that ridiculous, like, okay, we're going to kill someone in the air on TV. Cool.
That was the Blood and Guts that Acclaimed was in.
Oh, jeez.
Like Caster and Bowens were
That's
in that.
right.
That's right. I completely forgot all about that until right now, and I think my brain did me a solid there. So, stuck you brought it up.
Hold on. No, Kota Ibushi was in the year before, right?
Yeah, Kota Ibushi was in the year before when they were facing Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't remember them, because they just haven't been rememberable.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. If you do a match like that on free television, it doesn't stay memorable because it's just just another week of Dynamite.
You can totally have a match like that stay memorable. Like look at TLC 3 or look at Eddie Guerrero versus RVD. Look at Eddie Guerrero versus RVD in their ladder match for the IC title. Like you can totally have those matches and still be memorable.
But if you do it at the same time of year, every year, it becomes formulatic and people just are trained to like, okay, we did this, on to the next.
Which was my bitch when they would do the annual Hell in a Cell pay-per-views and the annual TLC pay-per-views. And they forced the stipulation on matches that didn't really deserve it. You know?
With all respect, and people with all respect doesn't mean you're gonna have respect. I do have respect for the people involved. The women involved in War Games last year, that feud had no business being in a double cage blood feud matches. Why? Like no sense.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember last year's women's War Games.
I don't either, and that's the point. It was a 6-day. It was like a 6-day build.
I remember Rhea coming out in a mask because she had an orbital socket issue.
Yes. Yeah, it was built around her continued beef with Liv, but like they shoehorned the other teammates on each side. It was literally a build the Raw before.
Was it Liv or was it still Damage Control?
No, Damage Control was broken up by then.
Yeah, they were.
Or like Bailey was at Damage Control, but like
yeah.
I think they were
part of the match.
The conversation's to our point, really. It's
right. Yeah, it's
there was stipulation at the same time. The Royal Rumble's the exception.
Royal
Rumble is the exception.
I feel like Money in the Bank is also the exception.
I still feel Money in the Bank should be a 2-night match stipulation in WrestleMania. Personally.
I feel like they should put it back on WrestleMania. Yeah, I feel like it should.
If you're not going to the Battle Royals,
I know why.
Well, why? Well, I mean, pay-per-views are.
Yeah, it's to fill out a pay-per-view slot in the year, and they're trying to make it like a big 5.
And you know what? We're getting it in June as part of a combo package. They're selling tickets to both in a combo for that Worlds Collide. So that's going to get them money. I guarantee it's going to get them money because Money in the Bank's at the Intuit Dome and Worlds Collide at the Forum. Which, ironically, that's where when Worlds Collide, the Big Show 94 was. I'm pretty sure it's at the Forum. It may have been at the Sports Arena, which is an even bigger hole that's no longer there. Thank God they tore that piece of shit down.
I think it was the sports. I think it was the Sports Arena, but this year they're doing it in the Forum.
Well, because the Forum's actually a nice venue now. They cleaned it up after the Kings and Lakers moved. Also Madison Square Garden bought it, and cleaned it up real nice, and then I think the Clippers owner owns it now. That sounds right. I don't know. All I know is there was talk for about 5 seconds about tearing it down before they built Intuit Dome, and like the people of LA were like, "Don't you, dude?" They're about to kill that dude. It's like, "Don't you dare tear down our fabulous Forum, you motherfucker!" Absolutely not. So we've got the Forum, the Intuit Dome, and the SoFi Stadium, and Traffic Nightwear for Inglewood PD for all time. So that's a beautiful thing.
So
we're all over the place.
We are like it is. I mean, that's the thing. Like if I ever come into like a shit ton of money and we can
Right.
like do the studio setup and whatever, if that were to ever happen and the three of us were in a room for like a 3-hour show like every single day, we probably still would never run out of topics to talk about.
Hell is hell. It is. I love it. And I love that about us. I love that about the dynamic. It's looking like I'm going to have a podcasting space. My friends who moved to Vegas recently moved back into town, and they're carving out a recording studio for the wife to work on her voice acting. So, like, that may be my podcasting space once or twice a week, which is like, okay, thank you, appreciate that. So, yeah, it'll be nice to have a space, and it'll be like I'm going to work. I'll go out of the house. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you know what? I would like, if I may ask you, the host of the Greg Cherry Show, Greg Cherry.
Yes.
Can we talk about WrestleMania? Because my goodness.
Do I remember what?
I said, do you mind if we talk about the WrestleMania? Because my goodness, did that show go back to WrestleMania standard of how good that show was?
It's about time, because the Raw after Mania's the last. I'm trying to think of what the last good Raw after Mania was like. Raw after Mania 29. After Mania 29 was probably the best one, because that had the fashion.
Yes, and I will definitely talk about that with him on Sunday, because I think you're right. I think prior to Monday, that was the last 100% start to finish good one.
Yeah, because the crowd was into it. Like the Raw after WrestleMania 39 might have been the worst television program WWE has ever put out.
And I am so grateful I did not end up at that piece of shit, because that was at Crypto.com Arena. That was here, and it was just the drizzling shit.
Yeah, I can't believe that was television that WWE even put on.
Especially after such a banger of a Mania.
Yeah.
That 2-night Mania at SoFi was so good, and Raw just completely fell off the cliff. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And again, that's the day they announced the merger. It had no reason being as bad as it was.
No. I will never understand how that particular Raw got fumbled so hard.
Yeah. Great Mania weekend. Great day for business for the company. And the creative and the presentation of Raw, just freaking Shawn Michaels level sucked. Like, it was bad. And for those of you on audio only, I was doing the pantomime Shawn Michaels doing the
97 Shawn Michaels.
97 Shawn, yeah. Yes, the
97 Shawn Michaels, really, fellatio to a fan.
Thank you, fellatio to a fan. Thank you. I was trying to think of the right word. I couldn't think of the F word, fellatio. Yes. The really bad dark Shawn Michaels. Yes.
the coked out of his mind Shawn Michaels. And we're not talking about the soda.
It probably was soda involved too. No one Shawn Michaels. You gave no shit at that point. But yeah, it was bad. And this year, I would say this year would make up for that. That's going back 12 years to the last good one. So it's hard to make up 12 years, but it was still one of the best Raw for Manias ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple other like decent ones. Like I think the Raw after Mania 32 was actually pretty good too.
That's true, because we got the continuation of Shane's story, which was fun.
Raw after Mania 33, we got Kurt Angle as the GM.
Raw 33, we got the 10-minute Roman Reigns saying nothing, and then it's my yard down and walk away. It's like, damn. That was, I mean, like that Roman Reigns or not, that was a G moment. Like, all right, cool, still my yard now.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Good stuff. Good stuff by the big dog, and at a time that the big dog wasn't getting a whole lot of good stuff. Yeah. 17 was rough for him, because was that the year he faced John out here at No Mercy? Was that 2017 also? Yeah, that was huge. If that was the high mark for the big dog with Undertaker, to feud with John was the separate attack. That was the worst, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Big dog had a rough year.
He did have a rough year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Do you
was,
guys remember the tag team? Do you guys remember the tag team match with him and Taker versus Corbin and Drew?
Yes. Was it Shane and Drew?
yeah, it was Shane and Drew.
Was it Shane and Drew? I thought it was Corbin.
Yeah. No,
No.
that match was fire. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no. The match with Corbin, you're thinking tag team, was a mixed tag team. It was him and Lacey for some goddamn reason against Seth and Becky.
Yeah.
And that was at a pay-per-view, no reason to be. And the only reason it was worth a spit is because Brock came out and destroyed Seth afterwards.
I still want Corbin.
Just, I did too. I did.
Especially after he hit the end of days on Becky. It was like,
That
dude,
was-
push him to the freaking moon. And then they didn't.
Dude. And again, every time we think we were going to get anything solid out of Corbin, they just hit the brakes. Like, hit the brakes hard in traffic.
I'm still mad about this Money in the Bank cash in. Like,
So
it's
am
been
I.
8 years.
So am I.
I am still salty.
Dude, he's salty about it. He, like I said, when I met him, 8. It's been 8 years since Baron Corbin was Mr. Money in the Bank. Soak the hell out of that in.
I feel like I just aged 20 years.
Dude, Greg and I were aging during that whole process. It took Corbin, when I saw him at Sam Roberts' show at Mania 2 years ago, apologizing to Dylan through me because Dylan switched his favorite from Kofi to Corbin after Kofi started the New Day. And Corbin kind of thought for a second and thought about the years in between. He goes, "Tell your son I'm so sorry." Like, damn. Even he acknowledges how bad it was.
Listen, I would love Corbin, Bishop Dyer, Tom Pastock to come on this show or to come on Jim. And listen, when he's done wrestling, I hope he opens like a steakhouse or something. The
real,
barbecue,
right?
The barbecue like food that he posts is like, damn, that looks so good.
Seriously, at some point there's going to be another multiverse that forms around me because I tend to create black holes and suck shit in. Apparently, there's going to be a universe where him, Cleaver, Colin, Andrew, and my father are going to be all grilling, and it's just going to be that like that's going to be the weekend we do. Because goddamn, like we will all feast fine for like a month.
I am perfectly happy, doing a judging taste test of all of their food.
Like, I know you are. I know you are.
I volunteer as tribute. Like, I am perfectly fine with it.
There you go. And no chance of bias because you love Corbin, you love my dad, and everybody freaking loves Cleaver, Colin, Andrew. My God.
Oh yeah.
How you not love that guy? How you not love that guy?
But Jen got to meet Colin at Virtue's wedding, and Jen loves Colin too.
Yeah. Colin is one of those guys that he is who he is, and you like him or you don't. And he gives not either way because he's got plenty of people. He's good. But I am a fan of the Cleaver. I'm so glad he got to do a review in Virtue's absence this last month. Gino did a solid effort last night, so I'm happy for him. Like, I'm happy for all my friends right now. Like, everybody's doing so well. We're back in the swing of things here. You've got yourself work over, outside of here. I'm working literally right there. One of my friends is going to be a world champion on Sunday. One of my friends became a world champion on Sunday for the 17th time. Jey Uso's a world champion, friend of the family, love him too. And in the strange twist of luck, another friend may be a world tag team champion if they beat the Hardys. So
there you go.
The championship friendship circle is good, and Rusev Day was awesome too, Brian. Rusev is back, and I'm here for that shit.
Sweet merciful God, did he look like he was cut out of granite?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
He looked amazing. I don't think he even looks that good as Miro, but coming back, it's like, dude looks like he was, like you said, chiseled out of granite. It was just insane.
He looks the best he's ever looked. I mean, ever. He looks, and I was mad at myself because when Maxine came out and was up and like, what are these dorks doing out here? What are we doing? I did not even think about Rusev. Like, I didn't even go there in my head. I'm like, are we really going to get these two dorks against the New Day right now? And Maxine, it's going to be a code phrasing. Bless her heart. It's like, No, Maxine, just stop. Stop. No. Oh, no. And then the music hit. I went, oh, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I will say I need Otis versus Rusev next week on Raw.
That might
Absolutely.
happen. Or it
Yeah.
might be Rusev squashing Tozawa might also happen.
Murdering poor Tozawa.
Yeah, I would say him murder Tozawa Monday and then like save Otis for a backlash. I know it's not a pay-per-view match. Get off my ass. But like we need Rusev on the PLE. It's only in a couple weeks. So
it's a B show pay-per-view
it's
match.
a B show. It's a B show PLE. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
Yeah, ultimately that's fine. I what's up, Dwayne? Good to see you.
Hello, Dwayne.
Nice job last night on the review too, Dwayne. It was one of Dwayne's rare appearances on the Dirty review. He did a good job last night as well.
Oh, there you
Again, all my friends are doing the thing. I love it, man. I'm here for it.
Listen, I think I'm only like $10 away from the YouTube payout too, so that's pretty good.
There you go.
I've been like so close for a while, but we haven't gotten like any super chat lately. It's like
What's today's date?
today is the 23rd, so technically I still have next week too, but
in the meantime, super chat, motherfuckers, let's go. Make it happen. Make it 2 super shit for Greg's Benny.
Pretty much. Hey, I have the wheel pulled up.
Like, the wheel's right there, man. It's I saw it. I know. Hey, I mean, I can't do a whole lot. I mean, I'm literally in public, if you will. But I'll watch you guys do it.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, it's Rusev coming back. I think is going to be good for him.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
so happy for him.
He's going to be a heel for the time being. So maybe a good SummerSlam match against. I don't know who's a good mid card talent for Rusev to go against.
Hell, let's see. Who's
you can have him chase Dom.
Well, the thing with Dominic Mysterio, like obviously he got a big reaction at WrestleMania. Like the crowd is starting to actually warm up to Dominic Mysterio, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Think about it. Both secondary champions are technically supposed to be heels because it's Dom and Jacob Fatu.
Well,
yeah, and Jacob's supposed to be a heel, but with every reaction that motherfucker gets.
Yeah, no. And you can have him do Rusev does not need to be on speed. It's okay. That's bad out of context. Let me try that again. Rusev doesn't need to be on the WWE show entitled Speed on Twitch. And he would just maul those guys anyway. So yeah, you know what? He's back. He owes John Cena a good beatdown for WrestleMania 31. I'm not saying he has to beat Cena for the title, but whoop his ass.
So real quick, pulling this up.
All right.
Because Dwayne decided to donate $10. Appreciate it, Dwayne.
Nice.
So let's spin this wheel, see what we're gonna do.
Is Maddie in the car? Maddie's in the car. It's gonna be a Greg thing. It was like,
oh, son of a bitch! Of course, Maddie's in the car because of 50 jumping jack. You son of a bitch! All right,
suffer for your supper, Gregory.
Yeah, it's fine. I probably need to warm up because I'm working another 8-hour shift tomorrow. And I'll walk around.
Yeah. Please don't grieve yourself a cramp for this mess. That's silly.
Yeah.
I need to go plug in somewhere. I'm gonna kill this phone before I get on the recording with Frank. I gotta go sit somewhere else during the recording. I'm gonna be dead meat here. Anyway, sorry, I'm just babbling. But yeah, I am just. It's again, other than what AEW continues to be devolving into for all appearances. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Great time to be in the wrestling business. If you're in the business of the wrestling business, you're not hurting right now.
Was incredible. I heard Bloodsport was incredible.
Bloodsport was a solid show. Natty's bout was just everything it needed to be. I'm so happy for her. Apparently, she and Kenzie Page are going to throw down at the Crockett Cup, which is great.
Oh, that's insane for Kenzie Page. Isn't she like 22 or something?
Yeah, she is. She's NBA Women's Champion. She's just a baby. But yeah, her and Natty got into it when Natty was exiting the Bloodsport fight. Like because Kenzie was at ringside. They got into it. I'm like, ooh, there we go. I'm here for that. And as soon as they announced the AAA purchase, Natty was like, all right, I'll go work for AAA. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. So Natty's gonna have a career renaissance as this book is coming out, and it may be her retirement tour. She's not saying it out loud.
I mean, dude, I was a kid when she debuted. Like I really was a kid when she debuted. I think it was 2006, 2007 when she showed up with Tyson and David.
I think she signed in 06 or 07. She didn't debut until like 2009, and it was pretty quick after that.
It was closer to 2020. It was closer to 2010.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it wasn't too long after that Tyson and Harry teamed up as the Hart Dynasty and won the unified tag titles because they were the first champions to have those freaking press tag team. A very underrated tag team. They were the first champions to have those god awful press pennies because Brett presented it to them. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, I hated those penny belts.
That was 15 years ago. Can you believe that? My God. Another talent that got robbed from us from just a freak thing. Tyson Kidd, TJ, just awful. But he's a producer now, and he's training the future down at the dungeon.
Yeah, I was about to say the great thing about that is he was able to go career adjacent, as Corey Graves put it.
Oh yeah, and I dare say there's nobody better than him doing that. But I know Greg follows Adam Pierce. I know that. Adam unblock you yet?
He unblocked everybody, actually.
Oh, okay, good. Pierce put the pictures up of the producers team from over the weekend, and just man, that team, it may be the best team they've ever had. They are. You've got freaking Jason Jordan, Molly Holly, Jamie Noble, Greg /Shane /Hurricane Helms, Michael P.S. Hayes at the head of that particular table. There's just so many good, solid people. Petey Williams. There's just such a great crop of producers. TJ, on the fringe, working with the women, working in the dungeon. It's never been a better time to be in the business of the wrestling business.
Yeah. We were going to talk about the NFL draft because of tomorrow, but we're 5 minutes away, so fuck it.
Let's be honest. Denver needs to look for either offensive line or a tight end. You guys need to find defensive line.
The Cowboys need a new GM before we do anything. And it's not going to happen. So, yeah.
Steelers need to look offensive line, but we're probably getting Shadur from the talks of it.
Valid.
Yeah, that's so weird.
It is weird.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be an interesting night tomorrow. It really will be.
I'm glad I'm working over there. Although it'll be on the break.
Tune into the Raw Ball podcast because we will be covering the first round of the draft tomorrow. So,
if I'm not on the clock, I will definitely do that. I think I don't remember when I clock in, but I'm gonna be traveling or here like all day. It's been on the break room. Like they've had the sports channel on the break room the last 2 days. It's like, guys, the draft's not till Thursday. Christ.
Hey, we're getting another one of these. Thanks, Brian Doyle. Appreciate it. He said
right at the
end. Spinner's choice. Okay.
Ooh, spinner's choice. All right.
So Brian, let me know in the chat what you want me to do.
Do the John Cena now entrance. That way we can fade to black.
And just put the random, like the
random aerial photo.
The most basic black and white.
That is the greatest thing ever. He waited until Mania to do it. Like he's been doing the whole thing and the music and the video, and then his song gets at Mania. It's like, damn, we have Arial basic font. Like I'm here for every bit of this shit. Like John is just gonna troll us all for the next 9 months. Like let's fucking go. 8 months. 8 months because it's a gas rate. we're at the end of April. Next week's show is the last day of April. Holy
Yes,
crap. That's crazy.
insane.
It is insane.
I say this every year we get to this time. But fuck, we're a quarter of the way through the year already.
We're a third of the way. Third of the way.
Hold on. We don't have much time left. So you can have one of us answer a question. Honestly, entrance is on there. Karaoke's on there.
Oh,
Jumping jacks, which I just did. Squats are on there. Me doing a Savage impression. Take your pick.
honesty's rough, but I can pull it off this time, I guess, if I need to. I'm feeling a certain kind of way, and I'm not even drinking, so I'm actually being honest for real. I'm drinking later because Jenna's coming. And being brought bourbon, I'm so happy. Sorry, nobody needed to know that. It is.
Dwayne mentioned that Ken Doan and Abyss are also.
Yes. So Ken Doan was in the picture. Chris was not. Like I didn't see Chris Parks in the picture. They purposely mentioned Michael Hayes was in the picture. I don't know if Chris was. He may not have been at Mania. I didn't see him at all in any pictures at Mania. I don't know if he didn't go or. That's how. Okay, good. It'll be the last Joe Hendry entrance of the week because he ain't gonna have a good one Sunday because he's getting his ass whooped.
All right.
I don't care.
By the way, did you guys hear the Body Don's music at all while I was doing that?
I didn't know.
I could hear it enough where I knew what it was. Plus, I know that's what you do the physicality to. Okay. So, like, okay.
Well, I had it cranked, so I'm just checking.
Yeah. You may have to like open the Hendry music on the same tab as the computer.
Yeah. So
just and just like share screen it, but just show it. You know. Why is the road noise louder? That's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna have to put this up here again. Oops. This is one of those times where ads would actually be helpful in this situation.
Right. I mean, I can run our Super Idol Studios thing, but it's like longer than you need. But what's the watch along? We are doing a watch along on the pay-per-view on Sunday. Let's see if I can. Oh, I have that loaded. Look at me. I was prepared. There you go. 6:30 Eastern Sunday is when we're starting our shit at. I will be. Otherwise.
There you go.
Atta baby Greg.
There we go. Joe Hendry with tonight. Joe Hendry with his last great moment of the week. There you go. Good job, Joe. Good Joe.
Hey, we don't know how Rebellion's going to go. I know Tavarian's got the title shot, and
yes, he does, and I'm here for it, every bit of it. You can catch Joe Hendry, Frankie Kazarian, and Ethan Page this Sunday on pay-per-view, TNA Plus. Catch the Hardys and the Nimbus. My God, what a time warp match that is! Christ Almighty, just bizarre. Just those two matches alone, just like my brain short circuits. It's awesome.
All right,
definitely compares to title matches. Yay.
Exactly. So, thank you very much for joining us on the Greg Cherry Show. We will be back next week. We're going to be talking about NFL draft fallout since we didn't talk shit about it today.
No,
it's perfect. it's hard to do because WrestleMania week and the NFL draft have never been this close together. So
yeah, that's fair. And we're going to have that next year too. So
for the love of fuck, don't draft a wide receiver. Don't draft a wide receiver.
right.
It'll be good times though. So
Can somebody draft Jerry from us just to have a better GM? Can we anyway?
For Jeff, who's about to go interview Frankie Kazarian, so that gets posted on Sunday. For Matty Law to praise that Denver actually has a good draft for once. And for me to not have to do any more jumping jacks tonight. Thank you for watching the Greg Carey Show. To address your comment from earlier, Dwayne, the Ella punishment was early on in the show. So if you want to go check that out, rewind it or wait till it goes on demand so you can check it out there. But thank you very much for watching. We will be back again next Wednesday talking about the NFL draft. Maybe more wrestling news will come up. We didn't even talk about AAA being acquired by WWE, which is just insane thought.
Kind of halfway did, yeah.
Not a partnership. Acquisition.
Yeah. Bought the
motherfuckers.
Del Rio got fired. So.
Something good came out of this.
So, WWE really wants nothing to do with it.
I mean, dude,
that's crazy.
We had Vikingo on WWE TV at WrestleMania.
Vikingo
involved in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kicked Chad Gable, El Grande Americano in the face.
He did not kick Chad Gable. Chad Gable in that WrestleMania match. Once again, these freaking people come up from out of the country and take a good American job from people like Chad Gable.
All right, Brad.
It's disgusting.
I'm
not stand for it.
All right, that's all for the Greg Cherry Show. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next week. Don't be a jag.
Don't be a jag like me and actually be better.
We're done. Get out of here.
Good night.